All right. Good afternoon. No, it's still morning. It's still morning. It ain't that late yet. So, good morning. It's your girl, Rashonda LeGrand, aka the Intune Mother, aka the Mindset Midwife, and I want to talk to y'all about something today on this Thursday. What is Thursday? Thursday, what? Throwback Thursday, right? Let's talk about something. I want to talk about Black birth work. Now, I'm not going to dig too deep into history because I have to check my notes when I talk about things, because I take notes a lot. When I find out information, I write it down. I'm not a person who's going to always commit things to memory. I'm not that way, but I want to talk about it. I want to talk about what I have committed to my memory. And what I have committed to my memory is genetic. Genetically, I've been predisposed to Black presentation, right? My presentation to people on the planet, may be different than what people identify me as, right? Sometimes I get people all the time, they want to speak Spanish to me. And I think that has to do with some of the colonial roots that I have in South America and in Cuba, right? Maybe even Belize. I'm on my way there sometime at the new year. But one of the things that I want to discuss today is I want to take you back. I want you to go back into your own DNA. I want you to use the power of Sankofa, and I want you to sit with this for a minute. And I want you to think about the fact that over the past 60 years, we have been delivering babies. And I say deliver because I'm talking about this concept in the hospital, right? We've been delivering our babies in the hospitals into the hands of individuals who don't look like us, who don't speak like us, and who don't function on a human level like us. And I'm going to go back to this word because I know that I use this in my classes all the time. I say we don't deliver babies, we give birth to babies, right? But I want to change this real quick because I want you to get what's happening. When we deliver babies, that means that we are giving them. We are dropping them off. We are transferring their ownership. We are transferring their processes of ownership to another individual. Right? So when you think about this, I want you to think about this hard. When we home birth, when we give birth to our children in the home setting, we are owning that experience. So therefore, we are giving birth. Y'all want to fight. I know it. I know y'all do. But I just want you to understand this. That when you go into these institutions, you are giving them autonomy over your body. You are giving them autonomy in such a way that they take ownership of your children, of you, especially for you mamas who are giving birth to babies single. You need to have a male counterpart in that room, because the only person who can interface with the physician and the staff legally is the father or the grandfather or the uncle or the brother or the cousin. But most of us don't have relationships with the men in our communities to create that kind of space. So we deliver our babies to these people. We hand them over to these people so that we can fulfill a systemic mission. Now, when we had our babies outside of the institution, when we gave birth to our children outside of the institution, they understood that they could not control the capacity. That is even why they hired us in certain aspects, right? That is why they needed black women on the plantations to be midwives so they can keep up with the economy of they humans. So they could keep up with the economy. We are a part of a human economy. Now it's all humans. But the black body is still high value. It's high value to them. It's high value to them because they still make money off of our disparities. They still make money off of our disparities. They get grants every single year in hospital and federal institutions, federally qualified institutions. They get federal funding every year, millions of dollars, to continue to perpetuate the compromise of our community. And if anybody that knows me, they know I don't like the word compromise. The word compromise to me means that somebody is not going to get what they want. Because somebody's going to have to acquiesce to the person that holds the most power in the situation. And I say this because I was in a meeting not too long ago, and I remember saying this at the table, and the folks was mad. If we fix or we bring a real solution to black maternal health, how many people are going to be without a job? You want to work people out of their jobs. That's what they told me. You're trying to produce something to where people won't have jobs. We have jobs because people have poor health. I was like, bitch, you're crazy. Then we'll have jobs. We'll create different jobs. You'll have a different role because now you have a different perspective on the way that you continue to provide this type of care that registers with the evolution of health. So guess what? When somebody is getting healthier, or they're improving, or you're improving and they're transforming, and the work that you're doing is starting to show up and no longer valuable in that capacity, then you have to change the role of how you show up in the capacity. Then you become a preservationist. You start to preserve the wellness of the people. You start to create conservationist programs for people to be able to, it's like museum quality, right? There's museum quality when you see healthy black people. You know, when I was pregnant with my last baby, my physician, bless her pregnant heart, she was pregnant too. I'm older. This is her first baby. This is my fourth. And you know what she told me? She said, you know what? You impress me every time you come in here. I am just impressed by you. And I didn't know if I was supposed to be happy about that or be offended. In my conscious mind, I just said, bless her heart. In my subconscious mind, I rose up and I reacted and said, well, what do you mean? What makes you feel so what is the word that I use? I can't even remember. But I asked her, I said, what makes you feel so impressed? Like, what's the impression? Did you have an impression that because I was a black woman that I wasn't going to be healthy? Or that because I'm older that I wasn't going to be healthy? What was your impression of me before? Did you think that I was going to have bad labs? Did you think that I was not going to be able to sustain this pregnancy? Because of the color of my skin, or because of the texture of my hair, or because the weight of my body? She's like, your weight is perfect, your blood work is perfect, everything is perfect. And I'm just shocked. I said, why are you shocked? Because it's a shock when you are in alignment with good things and things that are thriving. It's a shock to them because you're black. You should be unhealthy. This is not what we learn in medical school. You should have high blood pressure. You should have preeclampsia. You should have gestational diabetes. What the fuck? We don't have to. If we put ourselves in a position to not. But most of us are waiting for somebody else to position us. So until that person positions you, you will maintain and continue to be in that category. And sometimes they'll even put you there if you let them. I had a client tell me that. They said that, I'm borderline gestational diabetes. I don't have diabetes, but I'm on the border. What can I do? What can I do to fix that? Stop eating so much sugar. Well, it was my birthday and I ate a whole birthday cake almost. Girl, it was so good. You can't eat a whole birthday cake or half of a birthday cake. You can eat a slice of birthday cake. Maybe a couple of slices. But you can't eat half the cake. Sugar is an addiction too. But sugar is in white rice, it's in white bread, it's in white sugar, it's in white crackers, it's in white pasta, it's in potatoes like French fries. But they don't help you with nutrition. You need a specialist or somebody outside of the scope of practice in their practice to help you with nutrition. So this is why there needs to be complementary care. And it needs to be community-based so that families can learn how to shop for themselves while they're pregnant. What is it that you like? How can we modify what you like so that you can live? Pick your poison, right? That's what they say. But I would rather say pick your preservation. How do you want to be conserved? How do you want to reclaim your practice as a person who's growing a person, so that when you come to that place in the altar of childbirth, you can look at yourself and you can say that I did everything imaginable and possible You know, I see these cute little memes and people be like thousands and thousands of likes and shares, and it'll be a woman who's all big and pregnant, and her man done bought her all the goodies. She got flaming hot Cheetos, she got Mountain Dew, she got Reese's cups and M&Ms, she got all the snacks, she got Subway, she got everything that she could imagine. Look at how much my baby loved me in a bouquet of flowers. It's sweet. It's super sweet. It's too sweet, but it's not healthy. And boo thing, he ain't trying to do her bad. He just don't know what to bring her. Oh, she got pickles. And then the next one I see, like, oh, my baby was here, but we was in the ER because I ended up having preeclampsia. I had high blood pressure. I couldn't get right. I need you to understand. Historically, we didn't have all them options. So we was healthy, and we had healthy, big, fat babies with mamas with a whole lot of milk, because we couldn't give our babies formula because, one, we couldn't afford it, and two, we couldn't get access to it, and three, we understood that we was breastfeeding not only just to sustain and save our babies, but we was breastfeeding because we wanted to make sure we didn't have no other babies so fast. We were using our bodies for what they were made for. But we need the politicians to help us to make these decisions. We need the government to hold us accountable to make these kinds of decisions. We need systems in place to help us make these kind of decisions. You know, even with individuals, you know, like myself even, who received SNAP benefits. You know, you can go buy live food plants with your benefits and seeds. $25 a day you can spend. To grow your own food. Healthy options. Like if the grocery stores are not selling healthy options in your neighborhood, I'm gonna give y'all this, because I'm working with a couple of farmers here in Oklahoma, and we're working towards this initiative. If every mother that we serve that had SNAP benefits bought $25 worth of food plants or seeds of the same produce. So one mama doing cabbage, one mama doing green beans, one mama doing kale, one mama doing carrots, one mama doing, red potatoes, one mama's doing sweet potatoes, one mama's doing, whatever, cantaloupe, one mama's doing watermelon. Do you know how much food you can produce? So food scarcity would not be an issue. I cry sometimes and I get angry. And I'm going to tell you why I get angry. And I'm going to try to end this at 19.99. 20 minutes. What is it? Yeah, 20 minutes. I get upset because, or I feel frustrated because we're not stupid people. We're just blocked by so many subconscious things that we're not processing our thoughts in a way that is going to produce longevity and survivability for our community. And that's what's happening. And because this is happening, it's putting us in a position. It's putting us in a position to continue to ask other individuals for support, when in all actuality, We have the support. We just don't know how to implement it. But we are working on a process to support the implementation. And if you go to our website at www.timcenter.org, you'll find out more.